Good evening, race fans, and welcome to Invictus Racing League's week of racing, beginning, of course, with the F1 division, brought to you by GT Omega, Nelcut Hall, and in partnership with gridfinder.com and Driver 61. My name is Webbo, and I'm here to take you through tonight's racing, and we will hopefully have Lightning join us very soon. We have had some delays and some technical problems. Hi to everybody joining us. You're very, very welcome, and thank you so much for being patient on the channel. Do say hello, do introduce yourselves. Hi to Ghost, who joins us tonight for the first time racing, and hi to Ben, who is an F2 driver and is not here just to spot strategies at all. But Lightning, I think, is with us. But he's not able to currently see the game screen, so we'll be I'll have to try and describe what's going on, Lightning, but welcome.
Thank you, and I'm very sorry everybody for my technical issues. Most of it my fault, but as I can't see the screen, I will take you through the drivers and constructors standings so that we
it'd be great if you could update us on that.
Oh,
Lightning.
Yeah, thank you for that. Okay, so Jaume is in the lead for Mercedes with a P2 and then 3 wins in a row, but thankfully for Max, who is second in the championship, only trailing by 4 points, Jaume will not be taking place tonight. He is busy, I'm afraid. So this is Max's chance. If he can win, he can take the championship lead and have a cushion of points for the next time Jaume takes place. Speed Queen in P3, not too far behind her teammate, so if she wins today and Max is low down the order, then she will take the championship lead. Yella in the Mercedes is in P4, doing pretty well, quite consistent. And then Living Wall in the Red Bull, still in P5 in the championship, taking 1 win and then having a few bad races. The constructors' standings, meanwhile, Alpine still in the lead, but their gap is getting lower, only by 9 points. They're ahead of Mercedes, so Mercedes are catching up, but this is their chance to change that. And then Red Bull P3.
Thank you very much. There's just time before we start the first flying lap with Living Wall to say hi to Abby, here for Burr, of course, Rents, Smoke, and AJ, who joins us. Smoke says, what time do you call this? Yeah, we have tried to apologise, Smoke, but you know, it's one of those unavoidable problems with the constant update cycles coming from Codemasters. Into the finish off the first sector goes Living Wall. He's around the hairpin at the moment and will power down the main straight with very little to do other than look at the scenery and think about where the next braking zone might be. And Living Wall waits till when about 75 metres to brake into turn 8 and 9, feeding the car gently out of the corner and hits the DRS zone, stays hard left along the turquoise painted surface on the track as the lights will start to become prominent and the sky will darken. We go through the old chicane of 11, 12 and 13 now, and now into turn 14. Of course, that entire section reprofiled, and we're looking forward to trying that out in the new iteration of the game. Now we go through 15 and 16 that are usually flat, hard braking just on the exit of 16 to get into 17, 18, and now 19 under the bridge. The Latifi corner, I'm going to always refer to that. I think every track is likely to have a Latifi corner. And into 20, and the final corner, turn 21. Let's see what kind of time Living Wall has achieved on soft tyres. It's a 35.641.
Very good lap there for Living Wall. Very clean banker lap. I don't know if you understood it was a reference to Tiamat Marduk, the what time do you call this?
I did not know.
Unacceptable.
Okay, you keep going with your streamer in jokes, because you'll have to be the one that provides that for us, I think.
Yeah, me and Smoke have a lot of references.
Excellent, excellent. Jim, yes, confirm. I'm not entirely sure what's happened. I think the time difference might have caught people out. It is a different time for most of the world relative to the UK. than it was last week. Maybe it's an hour earlier potentially in Brazil for Helm. So that was double good news for Max. Not only is his gap fairly good, but Helm is not here, as Lightning described earlier. Simply 90 goes for a 36.362 as opposed to Delange's 36.352. Living Wall still holds the provisional pole, and Matty is on a fast lap. Ghost joins us, debuting with Invictus Racing League, and gets a 35.808. And we're interested to see exactly what kind of pace Ghost has got tonight. Welcome if you're just joining us. Usual routine. Say hello. Hi to Christoph as well. Missed him earlier. And then down into the chicane we go with Matty. Very low grip on the exit of turn 9. He passes back up comfortably. And well, Smoke's saying Ghost is very quick, so we'll try and get a lap with Ghost shortly. We do usually try and avoid Ghost drivers, but tonight we're going to have to pick them up. We are looking to try and hit, I would say, 22 likes on the video today if we can. So if you're watching us and that we're in between laps or sessions, do make sure you hit that like button today for us, please, and make sure you're following us all on socials. The links are at the top of the live chat. Matty just wrestling with the car still. I think the track is a little ways off optimal grip, and goes to the line, and it's a 37.0, so quite a lot of speed to find. And we join Speed Queen right now, who is about to finish her first lap on the medium tyres, but she will often run a charge lap, although that was a competitive lap, a 36.793 on mediums. Looking for a good starting position for this race, and championship leader Max in Speed Queen's matching Alpine livery car. We'll ride with him.
I am here. It is
Awesome.
Updated.
Oh, you're in?
Yes.
Excellent.
It's just loading at the moment.
So well, hopefully you'll be able to join us safely and we won't glitch.
I can annoy everybody properly now.
Here we go then. Max getting a great tow off his teammate Speed Queen, working together already, Lightning. Beautiful stuff.
That's why they're championship leaders.
It certainly is. So Max, he usually waits for everybody to sweep the track for him for the first runs. I see Living Wall is coming out for an outlap, so is Ghost, so we'll make sure to join Ghost shortly, but Max has a 57-second middle sector. Perhaps could have been a little bit straight line over the sector 3 chicane. And down towards the hotel. See the sun very much in progress setting. Max runs very close to the Latifi wall.
Good name, that.
Yeah. Not the happiest of memories, but there we go.
No.
35.142 goes Max on a convincing first quick lap. That's very, very handy time, and he can now really afford to push. Taking L's is practicing his retirement donuts on the start-finish straight.
Interesting.
Yeah. So perhaps not what he was looking for. But we've got Ghost and Living Wall about to start laps. Ghost on his way into the hotel section. We'll look forward to see what his pace is like. I know we watched Living Wall's first lap, so it might be only fair to watch one with Ghost, Lightning. And you can take us through your opinion of the track guide if you can join him on board
there we
now.
Go.
Awesome.
On board. Aston Martin. Keeping to the right-hand side for turn 1. Late braking, that apex, very fast corner, try not to go too wide there. Flat out to the left and the right here. Trying to spin, because sometimes the rear end can go light. Heading down the hill into the chicane. Left, right, Now, hairpin time. Trail breaking through here. Try and get a good exit for the very long straight. And now it's just waiting, opening the DRS. Hoping that you get good straight line speed or maybe a slipstream. Keep to the right hand side here for the next chicane. Spot your braking zone. 100-meter board. Good apex there. Go wide here for better traction. And keep the shortest run, so keep to the left and then go to the right. Perfect there by Ghost. Brake on the curb. Purple, sorry, sector 2. Through the chicane. Left, right, left. And another left. Really difficult corner that to get the apex. Flat out through this next double right-hander. Trail braking through here, super easy to lock up. Does so, but still gets the apex, so doesn't lose any speed. Bit wide through there, lucky not to invalidate, and a bit wide again, so not the perfect sector 3, but still very good. Heading into the
just
final
gone
corner.
for a new pole on a 35.0, so Ghost will need to be very close to that, and it's a 35.3, so slots in to the second row behind Living Wall and championship leader Max.
He can definitely improve on that time, absolutely. Last sector, a few apexes missed, but still very fast.
Oh, I see Burmeister on a lap, and I'm sure Abby will be speaking up if we don't join him for a lap. He's heading down towards the hairpin. No, sorry, the 11, 12, 13. No, I'm completely wrong, aren't I? He was going through turns 8 and 9.
Yeah.
Another chicane, yeah.
Yeah.
Matt Jones says the Backer fan club is here, which is great.
Ooh.
Every member of the Backer fan club watching together, I think.
More chicanes or hairpins. Oh, purple through sector 2 for Burmeister. This is looking good.
I see about half the live viewers have already liked the video, so thank you so much for that. Burmeister, big oversteer on the way through the hotel. Needs to be careful not to get any on that Latifi wall.
Yeah, it comes at you, that does. It attacks.
Yeah. And Burmeister for the line then, a P7. Didn't actually end up improving, unfortunately, on that one.
So close, though. Very close.
Haven't joined Backer, and given that his fan club is here, let's do so now and correct that. And he's made it into sector 2, but runs very deep into turn 8. No time on the board yet, though, so he needs to complete this lap in order to be able to push in the next one. I would say it's not going to be top draw lap at this point, as the top 4 on our order are waiting for the optimal time to come out for their final run. Backer finding a bit more grip now in the second sector of the lap, into the third sector, sorry, and seemingly that the car is getting easier to handle. Max on his way out of the pits. So Rentz kicks us off and says he'd be surprised seeing as many safety cars as last week, or one at all. Well, I think we will see a safety car tonight. Backer does not complete the lap, Lightning, and I hope that's not a mistake.
Well, does he have time to go out again? I think just barely he will, but it'll only be one lap, so he's cutting it close.
More slipstream.
Oh, yellow flag.
More slipstream support going on between Alpine. They've timed their out laps and hot laps to alternate with each other. So I would imagine after this lap, Speed Queen will slow down. She's put the soft tyres on now, and heading through. It's a purple middle sector thanks to that toe from Max. And I have seen drivers sometimes they've given the toe and then they've straight line turns 8 and 9 and given the toe again. I don't know if that is a little bit over the top for your taste, Lightning.
Nah, that's brilliant in my opinion. Speed Queen is now up by 2.5 tenths, so that's even better. The
Rides
TV wall.
the curb, yeah, it really is super dangerous out there.
Someone's gonna hit that Latifi wall.
Yeah, well, she just keeps the car on track, goes up by 7 tenths up to P8, and there she goes, starting to slow down, ready for Max's next lap. But let's just make sure we check out someone else as well before Max starts his lap. We've got Reshka on a lap at the moment. But on a
So
slow
close
lap,
to-
it seems a charge lap.
To P5 there for Speed Queen. It's really close. P4 even. But just lacking those few extra tenths. Makes up 7.5 tenths, but only goes up one position. It's a bit heartbreaking.
I think Max has bailed this lap. Someone was coming out of the pits in front of him. I think he's actually decided to just make this one another charge lap, in fact. So I'll go back to Reshka for a few seconds.
That won't help the tyre wear.
Smoke says he's going to hit the wall tomorrow.
Maybe the pits. It's quite tight there. Oh, yellow flag.
Oh, Reshka takes the cone, the bollard, all the way to the start-finish line from the pit straight. That was some good skill points for that one for me.
Oh, wow.
If Max does improve his lap on the next lap, his tyres will be
Oh,
another.
yep, I knew that was going to happen. Spin for Reshka.
Yeah, and it looked like the bollard was stuck
pirouette.
underneath the car, and Reshka span as the bollard was spat out to the left, underneath the chassis.
Sometimes I feel in the wheel the bollard bumping. So I don't know if it is designed to do something, but I think the cause of the spin was Reshka touching the inside curb on that turn 3.
Okay, Matty goes half a second faster into P10. And let's see if Max is actually going to run a lap. No, he's going so slowly. I think he's waiting to find his teammate or a clear space on the track. I think we're going to have all the top runners starting their fast laps at once, despite the fact that we had Max out a lap early. Speed Queen has retired from the session in the pits, so she's not giving Max any further help.
I was going to suggest that she would exit the pits on an old set of softs, just to give some slipstream, but maybe not.
Doran's on a lap though, and is half a tenth faster than he's been before through sector 1. Ghost, let's see, he's half a second faster than he's been before and has already gained what he needs. Sorry, no, he's not. He's almost a tenth. It was that old. Max comes in. Max comes in, but Livingwall's going faster still. Let's see what Livingwall's got into sector 1.
Goodness me, half a second faster in sector 1?
No, it's not. It's just that.
Oh, it's a glitch, okay.
Glitch, yeah. He's actually 006 over his previous time. So Ghost is now almost a tenth faster, but that's currently not enough to get him into
the flag taking L's is out.
Taking L's goes, despite setting a time faster than M. Doran.
M. Doran's purple through sector 2 though.
Terrific, but then so is Ghost. Ghost has now gone purple. So Ghost going for this pole position. He might be on his own. I think Livingwall. Where is Livingwall right now? He's behind Ghost on track, so we'll join him after we see this. Max says he broke his front wing on his first lap, and he wouldn't have had time to change it. Thank you, Max. That's great info. Oh, Ghost just slips out of the track. So good to go and see what Livingwall is up to as Bacchus makes Ghost go down to P4, and we'll see if Livingwall is he
slower.
up. Oh
He's
no!
Slower by 0.044 seconds. Last sector to make any time up. He doesn't need to, I don't think. But he'll still want to.
Yeah, he will. He's on softs anyway.
Pushing there. Ah, yes.
He gets into the 134s. Very nice indeed. Very nice indeed. We've got Burmeister going quicker, but I think he's actually slowing now. Yeah, he's not going to run any faster. He doesn't want to start Lightning in the top 10.
Oh, Speed Queen starting in the worst place possible. P10.
Yeah, and Reshka goes P8. Just dips ahead of Simply 90 by 4 thousandths of a second. So it does look like we're going to have a pole position, Livingwall and Max, Backer and Ghost. If Ghost is watching, he needs to make sure that he doesn't click ready up until the command is given for in between sessions, especially today, because we have possibly Warislander trying to join in between sessions.
I think it should be okay. Well, there was an update, that's why some people aren't here, so you'd think that there wouldn't be a glitch. Or at least you'd hope so.
Yeah, definitely. That glitch that's been with us like forever. Go ahead and take us through the starting order if you can see it, Lightning.
Okay, Livingwell P1 in the Red Bull with a 134.974, over a tenth and a half away from Max, our championship leader. Backer P3 in the Alfa Romeo, consistent. Ghost, rookie P4, taking L's, and Williams P5. M. Doran, Delange, Reska, Simply 90, Speed Queen round out the top 10, and then Burmeister and DTX Matic with free tyre choice.
Abby saying that's Strategy IQ 1000 for Burr, and Smoke agrees, Burr on the strategic pole, so good quality there. Let's just check how things are looking on the video. Yeah, we could still do with plenty more likes, please, guys. If everyone on the live chat likes the video in this, there's going to be a little pause. There's nothing happening for a few minutes. Yeah, make sure you like the video, and then we'll hit that record that we're looking for. Please, everybody.
Again, I think you should like the video as well, though.
All right then, I'll do that.
Yay.
There you go, I've done it.
Extra like, there you go.
Boris Lander is begging people to wait and spamming the driver chat, so we will see if he can get himself in. But I do think joining in the formation lap creates some very entertaining, if not streamer-ending glitches, unfortunately,
what was it,
on the starting grid.
Monza, we had a sideways Aston Martin.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I heard that someone decided to leave the session because they thought it was going to restart, and then they had a terrible start and got to P10, which was a bit unfortunate.
Yes, we do play a constant guessing game here with what glitch will come up next to attack us, but hopefully all will be okay. Reshka's saying we're on the grid at the moment, and so Warislander may not be able to join until after the race start, or until the race start. If he joins after the race start, he can't actually take part, can he? But anyway, we will look forward to seeing what Max and Speed Queen can do in the championship leading Alpine. See which of those two drivers comes out on top today, because it has been a bit of a ding-dong battle. Will this be an opportunity for Speed Queen's first win of the season? She's come very close previously. There is the command to say good luck. Ivan joins us right at the end there and says, is he late? Well, yes, but that's kind of the trend tonight, Ivan. But you're just in time for the race to begin, so hopefully you can enjoy that with us, and you'll see the grid as soon as we join the formation lap very shortly. Amazing amount of Caucasian people at the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix Paddock Club in the crowd.
Oh yeah, isn't it like everyone?
Pretty much, yeah, as far as I can see. So it does look like we're going to have the 12 drivers, which, yes, is frustrating, but might actually result in fewer retirements because there's fewer cars to crash into each other. But right at the back then, Matty and Burmeister will start on those medium tyre options, which they'll be hoping will take them to success. Speed Queen is the rearmost soft runner in P10, and everybody on above her on the grid similarly equipped on the tyres. Max is in P2, Speed Queen down in P10, but we've got 28 laps to see who can reach the end first, second and third tonight. Simply let's make sure you guys get in your podium predictions in the chat, and just for a change, just predict 3 of them maybe. That'd be pretty awesome. Rather than hedging your bets with half of the field. Yes, so we have one Haas car in the field tonight, one Ferrari, one AlphaTauri, and one Aston Martin as well.
Smoke in the chat makes a very good point, saying that Speed Queen has the patience of a saint when it comes to racecraft. Never goes for those silly moves, always waits for the people in front to make a mistake and then capitalizes on it. So I'm expecting yet again another fight back through the field.
Yeah, She's a great one at applying pressure from behind the driver and forcing an error. Brilliant stuff.
Hates to have an interview though. Loves the tea instead.
Yeah, we've had a good chat with her before, but not this season yet. Yeah, usually very tight-lipped with regard to strategy or post-race debriefs and revealing her strategy overall. But that is, of course, prerogative of any driver to do. And here come the predictions. Excellent. Simply's first, says Jim. Matty Speed Queen Livingwall says Smoke. Max Speed Queen and Livingwall says Ivan. And just a quick reminder, thank you to our sponsors, GT Omega, Nailcut Hall, and our partners, gridfinder.com and Driver61. And we're ready to get going with this, the 6th race in the F1 division of Invictus Racing League. Apologies while I find you a good camera angle. The 4 and 5 lights are on. And it's lights out and go, go, go with the Alpine and the Red Bull at the front getting away quite carefully. In fact, Max losing out here to Bakker on the outside, but they just squeeze each other, stay on track, and Ghost with a potential run here on Bakker. We've got M. Doran hounding the back of taking L's for that 5th place, but no one being too dramatic as Delange launches one into turn 7. And that leaves Simply 90 running around. Burmeister going the long way around the outside of the hairpin and has already made it 1 place, but he'll get a tremendous slipstream down the start-finish, down the back straight here. And they will scream down towards that first chicane. Slipstreaming, some weaving starting already. And it looks like the McLaren of M. Doran might go for a lunge on the brakes. And it's not quite enough to slip by. Any news from you, Lightning, towards the rear of the grid?
Not much is happening. Burmeister just up those 2 places. Speed Queen had a bit of a bad start, but is on right on the back of Matty, looking for a move around the outside on those soft tyres versus the mediums. Should have better grip. Let's see.
Oh, here comes a move, yeah.
Switchback maybe? No, not got the room.
Matty on the medium tyres has got those in a good place
Burmeister
so
going
far.
A bit wide.
Absolutely.
Reshko has a chance here around the outside.
Looked to me like Burmeister was just leaving racing room on the outside rather than have an accident.
Could be a bit of both, I guess. I don't know. Cold medium tyres going a bit wide.
Oh, someone's wiped out the braking marker board into the penultimate corner. Livingwall, was that him? Was that him with the problem?
He's completely out. It's a virtual safety car. Oh, Speed Queen pits on the virtual safety car. Perfect timing for her.
Interesting. Okay, getting rid of those soft tyres.
Going really, really slowly through the pits. Interesting. Going straight on the mediums. Medium to soft, maybe?
Yeah.
Or just mediums to the end? I don't know.
Well, yeah, indeed. I mean, it'd be a tough one to do. 26 racing laps probably on the medium tyres might be a big ask. And the virtual safety car is only a sort of half pit stop penalty here, as it were. Rents says Punt Mania.
Well, that has... Well, Livingwall crashing has ruined everybody's prediction now, because now they'll all be incorrect.
But guess who's at the top of the standings? Mr. Consistency, Max.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and has already won this season, Lightning, and I'm sure will be super hungry to take the win today with Helm away.
Will the nerves get to him? I don't think so, though. I hope not.
He is a pretty cool and calm customer. And I know he's very popular podium interview among some of the other drivers and the live chat. Everybody likes to listen to Max. I need to get him on commentary one day, I think. But here we go. Green flag racing as they scream towards the hotel section. Ghost is only a third of a second behind Bakker, and that will help Max out as Bakker needs to watch his mirrors quite carefully.
You want to replace me then?
No, no, but you know, if something happened, like I don't know, you couldn't find your TV remote, or you had a storm, or something like that, yeah, or you didn't update your game, then
I shouldn't have said anything. Never mind.
Let's concentrate on this amazing race at the very front. It does look like Ghost really hounding. Oh, the Williams out.
Me.
It's taking L's, gone straight on.
but he's still in the race.
In a very odd position through the turns 2, 3 and 4. He's knocked off the front wing at least, if not further damaged the car, Lightning.
I was about to mention that Simply 90 went super wide and I thought he was going to crash, and then just in front of him, Taking Else did crash.
Crazy stuff at this early stage. We still haven't had any. We have got DRS enabled. So Simply 90 has got Burr behind him. Burr doing amazingly up to P7 here on lap 3 on the medium tyres. Remember, he started on those mediums strategically, bailed from a hot lap so as not to get fixed starting tyre on the softs, and really pulling that strategy out really well at this stage. So 6/10 separating first to second, second to third, and 6th to 7th at this early stage. It's very difficult to choose who we should watch, but let's see how close Ghost is.
Oh, I thought, never mind.
Okay.
Sorry. There's some very late braking from someone, and I thought that Burmeister super oversteering at the exit of the Latifi wall.
Wow, so cutting it fine, cutting it close. Bakker gets the fastest lap as Ghost is chasing him. So Bakker very much eyes forward, going for a good one here. And I'm not, as I say, I'm not quite sure where best to look at this point. Bakker does look a little bit closer, but Max is using that ERS smartly at this point, gets ahead by 3/4 of a second as they go into the hairpin. Of course, he'll get on the accelerator first on the way out, and that gives him that initial burst of speed. Ghost has stayed pretty close here to Bakker. They've both got DRS, and they get closer and closer, of course, as they head towards turn 8, but they'll get a second bout of DRS if they don't get the job done after turn 9 and through turn 10 down to the next hairpin. Oh, it looks like Bakker's gone wrong. Bakker massively incorrect late on the brakes, going down into turn 8, and gives up a place to Ghost, and that was very easy for Ghost.
The words that are about to come out of my mouth were, Bakker is an underrated driver, and then he does that.
You didn't join him on board then?
I did.
Anyone with requests for Lightning to join on board, because it is seeming to be something of a theme this season.
I think M. Duran is going to make a move on Delange. I did go on board, but hopefully not to curse him.
No, indeed. Well, I'm on board. Well, I'm not really on board. I'm on offset camera at the moment with M. Duran. There we go. Back to a reasonable camera. Get an idea about where they go. Smoke says Lightning's curse strikes again.
Yeah,
absolutely. I think drivers are going to have to start PayPaling you money to not join them on board.
Bribing.
So that's Lightning will drop his PayPal in the chat, and you can you can pay for your good luck. So with the grid is separating again, Lightning. It looks like the top 3, Max, Ghost, and Bakker, have opened up a gap to Delange, M. Doran, Simply, Burr, Reshka, and Matty all in a line, and then we've got the drivers who've had issues. Speed Queen obviously dived into the pits and got a cheap pit stop, and she's now got a very nice clear track ahead of her. She will of course gain from any caution periods, anybody else's pit stop, and she won't be struggling around in the dirty air of anybody at this stage. So we'll keep an eye on that gap. 17.5 seconds to Matty. Speed Queen currently lies.
Speed Queen did lose out a bit of time because she went so slowly into the pit lane, like not on the pit limiter, which is a bit confusing. So should have probably gained a bit more than that, but still.
She didn't suffer any damage or anything. She wasn't taking it like super easy that I could see. I didn't see any missing front wing or anything, which would explain, you know, someone taking an uber cautious approach to the pit lane. But maybe she overhit the safety car delta and was needing to get back into green.
That's a very good point. Yeah.
Just speculation at this point. Oh, round goes the McLaren. There's M. Doran out on screen between turns 20 and 21. Claims another driver. That's where we lost. Was it Taking L's earlier? I think. And M. Doran out of the race, and a full safety car. And Speed Queen. I can almost hear Speed Queen laughing to herself in the cockpit there.
The pit lane should be blocked, as it was in real life, but it's not.
Okay, yes. Yes, that would certainly be interesting if we had a closed pit lane.
Wasn't it M. Duran that I was on board with?
Yes.
Before. Yeah, he's out now. I shouldn't laugh.
We're not supposed to laugh at drivers' misfortunes. Yeah.
In this case, it's funny.
Gam speaks up and says, "Come on, Speed Queen." So, Speed Queen's fan club has joined the chat, has entered the fray. We go for a full safety car on lap 6 with Max, Ghost, Bakker, Delange, Simply, all on soft tyres from the start. Are you expecting them to pit this time, Lightning, on 5-lap-old softs?
Yeah. Go on to the mediums and then softs later. Speed Queen should try and abuse the delta in the late period, just as everybody else is going in the pits, and then hopefully make up some time.
But not take a penalty, surely.
No. But like you have around 12 seconds before you get the penalty.
Okay.
So if you like
to just get ahead of everybody
over the limit of like 8 seconds, go flat out and then slam the brakes.
Okay.
That could be an option.
Well, let's join her and see how close she is. She's some distance away at the moment. Still in the start of Sector 3. As presumably all of our leaders are going to come into the pits. Yeah, here they come. Delange is in. Simply 90 is in. Burmeister will, I think, take the lead. Yeah, and Reshka comes in as well. So Burmeister from Matty. Let's see. I don't think Speed Queen's going to get to overtake these people.
Got to accelerate. Abuse the delta.
Yeah, they're on their way out the pits already, and she's braking for the delta, so she's not willing to risk it here. She's got all of her pit stop caught back up, I'm sure, but of course will be on slightly older mediums with a long way to go still in this race. Bakker has put on new softs, so running a soft medium.
Ooh.
No one...
Oh, who made it? Who made it first? Simply or Speed Queen? I don't know.
Well,
the safety car line.
Yeah, there's no command at this stage for anyone to hand a place back, so it looks like Speed Queen got one place at least.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so,
and Rent's questioning Bakker's strategy, says, what on earth, he's put softs on again. Exactly. But I don't know, I'm not 100% confident that the mediums will make the end here.
I don't think they will. I think you have to pit for softs anyway, so Bakker could just carve his way through the field, get back up to P1 after his mistake, maybe put a bit of a gap, and then go for medium. Yeah, absolutely simple.
So, as things shake out then, it is Burmeister and Matty who qualified 11th and 12th, currently leading the race, and will be away from the front. I'm assuming, though, that Max will dispatch those guys pretty quickly. Max has now got Ghost directly behind, after Bakker made a mess of that first chicane. And then we go Delange 6th, Speed Queen 7th, having pitted, Simply 90 Reshka and taking L's. Smoke says they can make the end, they just need to be careful. So I would imagine Smoke knows.
Smoke pointing out that there's points for everybody. That is if they only DNF within the last 2 laps.
Yes, you do have to do
so
all but the last 2 laps. Yeah,
you can just slow down, and you'll still get points.
We're doing really well on the likes. We could just squeeze out a couple more because, and then we'll get closer and closer to our live record needs. And if you are watching this back and you haven't liked the video yet, do so now, please. Although you're probably skipping the safety car section, so I'm probably speaking preaching to the choir, as it were.
Yeah. There is a different point system, though, isn't there? Where do the points only go to 8th?
No, I think it's points for everybody.
Because the race win is 15. 15 points for race win.
I think it's just quite tight, but maybe someone will correct us. Maybe Smoke will correct us. But Helm has just joined the driver's room and said, hang on, I've got an internet issue. I think he forgot about the clock change, unfortunately. I think he's showed up an hour late. So.
Oh yeah, it is. Yeah,
if people mute channels in Discord, they do so at their own risk, because you know, there have been warnings about the time change and the update today. There've been plenty of warnings about all of this. Safety car confirms it will come in this lap, and we will go racing again with 20 to go in the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix.
Wow, they've done the safety car procedure correctly on a video game.
Yes, indeed. It's funny how it obeys the rule book, the safety car procedure. Burmeister will be at the front of the grid here, and we'll have Matty on equal tyres behind him, and then everybody else on newer tyres. Only Speed Queen on similar age.
So this is the perfect opportunity for Alpine, providing their L plan.
Yes. 88 comments already, guys. That's amazing. Burmeister hits the loud pedal and goes just coming out of the Latifi corner, which is a risky place given the amount of DNFs we've had. Any slams on the brakes? Burmeister, that's just not on.
That is rude.
That is not on, and I think we could end up with some incidents as a result, but no matter right now, as down the inside comes Backer on Ghost. Ghost was completely smoked in that one.
Up the inside?
Oh, Max risking it all. Yeah, absolutely.
Yellow flag, Reshka's round.
Reshka,
no damage though.
Really struggling with the car today.
I think he got hit. I think he got spun around.
Right, okay, well, Burmeister, good comment from Rent, says Burmeister Mylander. That was a bit of a moment there. Max gets a good run here on Matty. Matty, I wonder how hard he will fight here with the championship leader. Pretty hard, it looks like. Forces Max to the outside. Matty's got the middle of the road, and they both head towards the corner. What a good overtake from Max so far.
Amazing late braking there.
Yeah, and they cooperate. They go side by side with racing room given, and Max up to P2. It looks like, though, Backer on the new softs will be incredibly quick at this point. Goes to the outside, gets squeezed off the track by Matty, who I'm going to make the assumption didn't see him coming. And it looks like Backer was in the drag strip at that point. Abby says, what a restart from Burmeister legend.
Fair enough.
There's a slight fan bias going on.
Bit of a wobble there. Nah, I don't think Abby's a fan of Burmeister. Never seen any support.
She only sings when he's winning, as they say.
Yeah. When she didn't turn up, he got P6.
That's true. That's true. Oh, we've got double moves going on. It looks like Backer trying to get Matty on the inside of turn 1. And Matty gives some room. Ghost now gets some good momentum out of turn 1. But they concertina and open back out again. Bad run through. Turn 5 goes Matty. And they go into what I want to refer to as the Schumacher chicane. After that incident in the early years of the Mercedes team. But Backer gets Matty, so does Ghost as they come out of the hairpin, and Matty going backwards on those older tyres now.
Max takes the lead as well.
Oh. Yeah, so was that DRS?
Yeah.
Or just slipstream?
No, it was DRS, no, it was just slipstream, but it was very easy. Okay,
so Max leading the championship, leading the race. And he's got a nice buffer of Burmeister in between himself and Backer, who, as we said, will be very, very quick on these softs, but will definitely have to pit again. But he's going to go very aggressive here.
Now, absolutely, he's going to get past Burmeister within this next lap, I think.
Now, do you know what's interesting about Helm not knowing that the clock's changed? Is that one of his LFR teammates didn't know the clocks changed on a race I was doing yesterday. And so the LFR inter-team chat obviously not going very well, because Luke Lira hasn't joined us either tonight, and I don't think LFR are communicating quite as well as they might want to.
Yeah, they're failing there. Got to do better. Reshka, though, not failing with the 138.1 fastest lap. recovered 3 seconds in the past 2 laps from that spin, so on a charge there.
Talk of on a charge. Bakker with a 4/10 gap now to Burt. Ivan says he thinks I'm talking about the 2010 Grand Prix with Luizzi. Yes, that does ring a bell. Schumacher just seemingly not being able to judge stopping distances at that point in his career. Here comes Bakker then, 4P2 to the outside, but very easily past the Ferrari on the medium tyres, on the medium tyres and the old medium tyres to that at that. And now Ghost will have the next opportunity to take Burmeister here. Of course, Burmeister will have to pit again as well, so he's taking a lot of pain at this point in the Grand Prix, Lightning.
Speed Queen making up another position, and yes, you're right, taking a lot of pain here. Same thing with Speed Queen, who's got to pit again, I believe. So not looking good.
No. Is Ghost going to try an unorthodox move as they go towards the hotel? He's less than a 10th behind Burmeister. He is going to go for a rough move. Burmeister seemingly, did he let him go or did he just get the corner wrong as the mediums start to fade?
Yeah, may have gone a bit wide there. Ghost taking the opportunity. Bakker, should we get fast lap? No, not quite.
So are we looking at Ghost with an impressive debut in this first half of his first Grand Prix so far?
Been doing fantastic, but let's not jinx it. I say that, I went on board.
Hence the word "so far" in what I say. Yeah, indeed. I don't think you can jinx something stating something that has occurred. Speed Queen is less than a 10th behind Delange. And still pushing. Looks like we've got the whole field on the same straight at the moment, and all in DRS trains with one another, unfortunately.
I think it's nice. Looks good.
It does look good, but something does need to change. Yeah.
Well, in real life, it's changed a bit, so that's nice. All taking L's went wide, got a penalty. This isn't real life. You're right.
No, I mean, like, this is still racing. Oh, an overtake from Delange on Burr. He was the lead most driver without the DRS, with the DRS, sorry. And Simply 90 and Matty taking very different lines through the corner.
So fast, a beautiful move around the outside of taking L's. Clean around the outside, and he's going to go for another move, possibly into this downhill section. Decides not to, but he's seriously quick.
And it wasn't just a little bit of assistance between teammates?
No, I don't think it was. It was like a beautiful move. And Rest is going up the inside of the penultimate corner. Oh, he thought about it.
Speed Queen is going to get Burr. They're side by side, are they?
Nope,
Burr's going in the pits. Burr has pitted on 12 lap old mediums. That doesn't look like a very convenient time to pit.
Why is he pitting? Is he going? What's he?
Well, he did make a mistake the lap before. But no, there goes the softs. Maybe he's just banking on another pit stop, or he knows something we don't.
I think he knows something we don't. Is it going to be rain?
Well, yeah, some unhelpful drivers tried to tell me we would have snow today. And the weather forecast. Yeah.
Okay, I think Rush is going to go for here. DTX Matty. Oh my goodness,
that was a block. There. That was an absolute block.
Be a report.
And Reschke indicates his displeasure as well on the track. Little lock up on the inside front, but successfully by goes Reschke. Maybe Reschke won't bother to report, given that he got by cleanly in the end, and he won't profit from it. 100 comments. The 100th comments goes to Ivan Karakov, and he says, I think it's actually Ivan Beloff from F2. Who says he didn't train Abu Dhabi at all, so he's going to gain what he can from watching the stream today.
You still have a chance. It's tomorrow.
So we still have a nice long train of drivers. Burmeister, with being the exception at the moment, making a full racing speed pit stop, and so he's dropped back by 16 seconds from the rear of the field, but just waiting to pounce Abby, I'm sure.
Bakker got a penalty, I don't know when, but that's not good. And also he's now losing time to Max despite being on those softs. So they might be fading now. So not a very good strategy, as some people in the chat pointed out.
Yeah, I guess he can just try and run now and hope for another safety car.
Oh, Ghost is out within DRS, and back at 20% ERS with Ghost on 52, so he's going to make a move very shortly, possibly in the second straight.
Another one of our F2 drivers says it's just fine if Ivan hasn't done any practice. Reska gets by Simply 90 using the DRS there, as you say, and almost runs into the back of Speed Queen, who drifts her way to the middle of the road just as the braking zone starts, and just discourages a move. But I do think Reska might be on the ascendancy here. Speed Queen is derating as well.
Taking L's, gets past Matty.
Reska,
because Matty has no ERS.
Reska completing the move on Speed Queen. Those older mediums, I do think we're seeing quite a lot of tyre wear. And we saw Burmeister in after, what was it, 12 laps on the mediums. And Speed Queen now on 11-lap-old mediums going slower. We saw Matty get overtaken on 13-lap-old mediums. It wouldn't surprise me if it does end up being a two-stop at this rate.
I would think so. Well, I know that Bakker and Speed Queen are surely going to have to pit. The others might get a puncture.
Yeah, but we could be in that territory, especially late race. Loss of focus, loss of grip at the same time. Could be drama at the end, but Ghost and Bakker now for the podium are going to start dueling this one out. But
Reschke at the moment is doing seriously fantastically. I mean,
yeah.
From a spin 5 seconds back, it wasn't his fault, now to 5th place. That's seriously brilliant.
So candidate potentially for driver of the day at the moment, Reschke, or a spin to win. I think Max is managing the pace right now. No, he won't thank you for that either.
Yeah, well, I didn't crash.
These top three are very much in a race of their own, and I would hesitate to suggest possibly the top two of Ghost and Max. Bakker, I think it's only a matter of time before Ghost gets him, and he will drop down. Here he goes with the DRS, goes the long way around the outside through the last straight on the circuit, completes the move, and Ghost up to P2. Now we'll see what kind of speed Ghost has been keeping under his hat as he starts this this sector. 1.3 seconds behind Max. Any moves going on? Speed Queen is 2/10 and dives down the inside. Now that is super uncharacteristic of Speed Queen to go for a low percentage move, Lightning, and she spins on the inside of trying to take the place of Simply 90, down to P9 now.
That is literally the opposite of what we were saying in the chat before the race. So yeah.
These tyres, Lightning, I don't know if they're just smoked from the spin, but she's really got bad oversteer. Let's see if she takes the hint there and goes into the pits. Yes, pit stop for presumably softs to the end now, or another set of mediums maybe. Should be praying for another safety car. We've got a double yellow flag. And it's
Bakker.
Bakker again, running the tyres too long. He's hit the wall, I think. He's certainly very close to the wall.
Maybe with the rear end of his car.
Yeah, and again, it's that turn 3 and 4 where the car is fully loaded on first the right, then the left-hand side of the car, and if your tyres are struggling, that is where you're going to run into problems. And Bakker has got a long run round now to get back onto the pit lane with potential damage.
Don't think he needs to pit, but I could be wrong. Speed Queen on the mediums.
He has to pit. He has to get rid of those soft tyres now that he's done a spin on them. I would have thought.
That's a very good point. I was thinking
Ghost is 6/10 Lightning from the lead, so we must focus on the battle for the lead here. There's gaps have opened up throughout the rest of the circuit. We'll keep an eye to see if anyone else makes a mistake, but here's Ghost and Max right together.
I was not expecting this because around 4 laps ago, Max had a 3-second lead to Ghost.
Exactly. I wonder if there's been any difference. No, in fact, Max has used more ERS than Ghost at this point as well. So
it's got 15% less. Not going to help him.
No, he wasn't even keeping that in reserve. As we've seen Helm do, run, the first 2/3 of the race, barely pressing the ERS button.
Yeah. Didn't he have 100% for like most of the race last time? Yeah.
He's still doing fastest laps, but 3/4 of a second separate the lead two at this point on lap 17, with just one track limit penalty accrued so far on the grid, which is fantastic. And majority of the grid pretty close together here.
Sadly for Bakker, add insult to injury, he also has a penalty.
Did he just get a pit lane speed penalty? Is he retiring?
No, track limits. He's not retiring.
Well,
he's still in the points.
That's true. Still in the point. We should perhaps.
Oh, that's a very good point. Yeah.
We should perhaps.
Point.
Stop saying point. So, here comes Ghost then, 4/10. I wonder how hard Max fights this. I think Ghost is waiting for the ideal opportunity, but car number 27, the Aston Martin, racing with Hulkenberg's number, and of course Gilles Villeneuve's most famously his number.
He's not fighting for 10th. He's fighting for first.
Indeed. What did I say? 10th?
No, you just said 4/10 as in the time. But
thanks.
I was just.
Yeah. Smoke's not going to be happy. He doesn't. He's suffering from pun cringe at the moment, I think.
Yeah.
Smoke.
Well, I should shut up, to be honest. Oh, I just dropped my controller. Oh God.
Rent says we've got a point, which is good to hear as well.
Yeah, technical difficulties again.
Up to 23 viewers right now, 15 likes. So once this battle is done,
listening to me, drop my controller.
Absolutely.
Sorry.
Just thought I'd mention that. Yeah, do make sure that you've hit that like button before you depart on us. We've got 10 racing laps to run as Burmeister and Matty. Burmeister gets past Matty in the pits, but I think this could be the opportunity for Ghost. 5/10 now. He could get a double bout of DRS down the next two straights, down to 4.5 His top speed could do with some improvement, but maybe he's running a little bit more downforce, which will improve his overall lap time. But these long straights that he needs the overtake, it's not quite there. 4/10 now as he goes down the second straight. Max will be able to defend the inside.
It's over for Max next lap. He's not got the IRL. He's got 20% versus Ghost now 60. So he's been saving, and Max has been just wasting it all.
Wow. Okay, a slight under rotation for Ghost on the snatches a break on the way into turn 11 at least, and I think these drivers trying to protect the tyres, but it may be that they all end up giving up the idea of a one-stop. Matty's gone on to softs with 10 to go, which is about the limit, I would have thought, on light fuel. It's probably a good time to pit, but Burr on four extra laps will struggle to the end. Oh, Matty picks up a 3-second time penalty, and here come the penalties now.
Sorry, just currently trying to pick up my controller.
Oh, you must have dropped it an awful long way.
Oh yeah, it's like quite far away. Who's behind the telly? Never mind. We move on. Ghost is going to make a move here.
We move. Yeah,
Max,
as they say.
yeah.
Well, here he comes. Max is not going to bother defending, but yeah, as you say, the next straight. It's all about how both of them managed to get through this chicane and out of turn 9. Max obviously pressing the button for the ERS to get away from Ghost, and now he derates. I don't think that Ghost has quite got the top speed to do this.
Well, he wasn't using any ERS.
Okay, so biding his time here, perhaps, and just seeing what Max's braking lines are like, making perhaps Max start relaxing and thinking that he's not going to
make a move.
Yeah, not for a while anyway. Rent says Delange with a good quiet race. Yeah, he found that. He's 7 seconds off the front two, but 2 seconds off fourth position. And Reshka is absolutely on one tonight. Is that Max in the pits? Max dives to the pits. So there we go, confirming a 2-stopper. And I wonder if Ghost is pleased to see that, or wondering whether he ought to have followed him in.
Well, Ghost now, if he wants to win, he can just try and stay out, risk it, or he can pit and challenge Max, who will have an undercut on those fresh softs.
We are going to see a really interesting one here. Yeah, obviously Ghost has got such a gap here to the rest of the field that he can afford to try and run the tyres out if he's got the tyre life left in them. Max is going to have his work cut out. Comes out in between taking L's and Burmeister, but of course brand new soft tyres. Everyone in front of him on old medium tyres, and he's now, what is he to the leader? He is 18 seconds with 8 laps to go from the leader this race.
Yeah, well, there could still be punctures for the people up front.
He gets DRS on the back of taking L's, so that's one fairly easy pass, and a bit of extra speed on this potential undercut lap for Max, and then something like 17 seconds, something like 2.5 seconds to simply 90 in front.
He's going to make up a lot of time for this second and third sector. Well, we're already in the second sector.
Fastest lap currently with Bakker, but Max gets a purple middle on this outlap. He's really, really going for it.
Oh yeah, cut that gap down from 2.5 to 1.5 already.
And Ghost refuses the pit entry, and that's important, because if he does end up pitting, then Max has had the very best opportunity to action the undercut here. And Max could be out of reach if he has to pit, but it could well be here that that Ghost is committing to the tyres he's on.
Well, Max is already within DRS of Simply, from 2.5 seconds to DRS range, half a second away.
This pace is something else from Max, but is it going to be enough? He's got to catch the leader by 2.5 seconds a lap here. And he's kind of stuck at the moment behind Simply. I'm sure he'll get him, but he's had a slow first sector for him. Goes super wide.
An interesting line there from Simply. I don't think Max was expecting it. He wanted to go around the outside, but still makes a move. Not sure why he's using ERS there. Doesn't make any sense to me.
Okay.
Just wasting it.
Well, you can ask him that if he gets on the podium tonight. Lap 21, Ghost Delange Reska is your current podium, but Max has about 6 seconds now to catch Reska for that podium and force the hand of the leaders. I think those three can only stay out. That's their only real option now, with 7 complete laps to run.
Yeah, I mean, if Max stayed out, he would have probably gotten second place, but I have no idea what the tyre wear numbers are. I don't know if he'll get a puncture for the top 3. It'd be quite rare to see 3 drivers get punctures within the next 7 laps, though.
Definitely.
Well, that's a huge battle between Bakker, Matty, and Speed Queen.
Let's go down there and see. Well, we keep an eye on the gap from Max to Reska and any pit stops in the front 3. Yeah, Speed Queen very much looking in her mirrors again. Matty's got the soft tyres on. Brent says Max is catching the leader 2 seconds a lap at the moment. I don't think that's enough to be able to get by, because the difference in the tyre gets less and less the more laps you run. Speed Queen runs out on the exit curb of the final corner. Now Bakker with an opportunity on Max. And I won't talk about it on stream, but there is a tremendous typo in the live chat. I don't know if you'll be able to recover the live chat if you're watching back, but brilliant stuff from Renz, who is usually so very good at all of his comments. Smoke says Max needs to be within 9/10 on the final lap. Well, that's a little way off yet. A lot's got to happen before we get there. Max is now 3 seconds off Reska. Speed Queen is weaving to the inside of the track. She's got no ERS left. It doesn't look like one of her strong tracks. Round the outside goes Bakker. Matty trying to do this patiently as he gets overtaken by Bakker and then rams him in the back, because he's got such a much better exit out of turn 9.
Rams Bakker in the back.
Yeah, indeed.
Is that worse than the typo?
I don't think so.
Nah, the typo is pretty terrible.
Yeah. the only person that profited out of all of that was, in the end, Speed Queen, who just kept ahead as usual. Max, fastest lap, 37.542, takes it off back at this point.
Max now 1.2 away from Resco. He should get DRS for these 2 straights, especially through the chicane. He's going to make up loads of time. He will make it up to P2 again, I believe. So I think that all in all, his plan was, I'm going to lose P2 here anyway, so I might as well go for the fastest lap and get P2 again.
It's an interesting tactic.
So that does make some sense. But
could also have been acting on information based on his own tyre wear and thinking that everyone's going to two-stop. But it didn't happen. He also can't get past Reshka, and the difference in braking zone almost means Max runs into the back of Reshka. Reshka can barely get the car out of turn 9, and surely Max, despite the loss of momentum and lack of ERS, surely Max will get Reshka on the braking zone into the next corner, into turn 11, and there it is, successfully through. Reshka will try and come back, but I don't think it will happen. Yeah, good.
It's beautiful to see the difference of grip from new soft to old mediums. It's nice to see. Well, in some cases not, but...
And Rents says that taking L's is really on the limit of what the tyres will do to run this to the end. Bakker gets by Speed Queen, does he? She's fighting back, but no, Bakker gets the job done into turn 11, just the same place Max did, and then makes a mess of the exit of one of the corners. He has Speed Queen diving down the inside again. She's not going to go for another dodgy move, is she, tonight? Well, slightly.
Trying to go for it there.
That one worked. That one worked for Speed Queen. She had enough of the car ahead to claim the corner. And yeah, again, very, very smooth manoeuvring on the track. Goes Speed Queen, stays in P8. And here comes Max then on Delange. Will this be another overtake opportunity here for Max? He's using a little bit of that ERS now. So going for that second place. Down another to the inside. Delange doesn't fight it.
Yep. Sorry, I was looking at the mini-map.
No problem. No problem. And yeah, Max, fairly straightforwardly, gets there.
Now, all he has to do is wait and see if Ghost gets a puncture.
Yes. Although Ghost can obviously drive pretty slowly to save the tyres.
The gap was 18 seconds when he came out of the pits, and that was on lap 20. It's currently lap 24. He's got the same amount of laps to gain the same amount of time. Obviously, the tyres will wear out, but the fuel is going down, and Ghost's tyres are getting worse and worse as well.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, both tyres will be dropping at a similar rate to the end of each of their stints here. It could be on. It could be on. We'll keep an eye. Looks like Bakker and Speed Queen back at it again.
Another terrible pun.
It's hard. It's not a pun. It's just hard not to use the word back in a sentence.
That's a very good point. Returns, I don't know. Doesn't make much sense. But Max's gap is now 8 seconds from 9 seconds. It's looking good, but not good enough.
The only thing is, of course, if Ghost drops off the cliff or makes a mistake. And the only thing Max can do to force that is to apply the pressure and drop in those fast laps. Make Ghost feel like he needs to panic at the dropping gap. But I have no experience of Ghost in the league. This is his debut. The pressure is on. It is a nail-biting finish for him, debuting with us.
Seriously fantastic at the moment. He's got 70% ERS, so we'll have the advantage on the straights. As you can see, it's not changing much at the moment. It's staying at 7.2.
Yeah. Burmeister has DRS on the back of taking L's. But derating down the first straight at least. Might be saving it all for the second straight. Gets very close in the braking and turning portion of turns 8 and 9. I think he will be right on the gearbox here. Burmeister, car number 67, derates down, and unfortunately the camera just cut away at the wrong moment. Didn't quite get within striking distance. And Speed Queen and Bakker continue to trade DRS with each other. And this one's going to run and run.
make up P8 after they both crash.
Yeah, that's highly likely. Although I think their tyres will be in much better position than Matty. At this point, gap down to 6 seconds with 2.5 laps to go.
Not enough.
I think the sting might have gone out of Max's attack here.
Max attack.
Maximum attack. Yes. Spent a lot of time watching Mika Hakkinen talking about maximum attack, so...
Hakkinen is cool.
Absolutely. Burmeister this time couldn't be much closer without pushing Els round the hairpin. Let's see, the gap at the front down to 5.5 seconds, which is split the difference between Delange and Ghost Max in about 3 laps.
Burmeister's going to go for it here.
Down to the inside, takes the apex, but they go side by side. He needs to be careful of an understeering. Williams on the outside. Does he get a second? Oh, let's go for this one. Let's see if we can get a strike back from Els. He's got the good overspeed. He's got really old tyres. He's never going to break down as easily as Burr. Goes around the outside. Brilliant angle we've got here as Burr just claims the next 2 corners and gets past. Wow, tremendous stuff. And we had a rare helicopter shot of the whole battle. So brilliant stuff visually as well. Tremendous.
Gotta love those heli shots.
Yeah, you do. So Max's gap with 2 to go. 3.8 now at the front of this race. Of course, he's within range of a penalty. I don't know if you can see how close to penalties our top 2 are.
I will check.
And Bakker has caught taking Els as well. So Bakker could well make further misery for taking Els on his endurance run. 22 laps on the medium tyre at this stage. They crowd each other. Well, Els crowds crowds Bakker, I should say. And they touch once, twice, 3 times. It's Alpha versus Williams.
Speed Queen, meanwhile, looking, eating the popcorn whilst these two go side by side.
Looks like Bakker got the DRS. It was 50-50 who would get that DRS zone, but Els will have it back again as they come out of the next chicane.
This isn't over yet between Max and Ghost. I mean, I think there's still a chance. It's very low. Both of them have no warnings at the moment.
And Max can now see Ghost. You can see him ahead.
That's going to help him.
I don't know that Ghost will see him in his mirrors. Taking Els trying to come back, but Speed Queen, I think Speed Queen's going to get up to P7 here. She definitely will. In fact, she might get yes, she might get P7 because of the penalties that we've got at play. 2.3 seconds the gap as the final lap starts. Let's join those two and see what Max can do out there as he starts to put the pressure on Ghost. I would say, can he scare Ghost, but that wouldn't work.
Boo. No.
Ghost might well be unflappable. 1.8 seconds now for Max, and he's desperate to get this win while Halmer's away. But the second place will be good championship points. Speed Queen gets taking Els further back. Bakker might get Burr, but we'll stay with this as they go down the final straight of the track. And the last overtaking, Max is going to get this, I think, to within a second, and he'll be that close to a win. Bakker and Burr, and Burr is struggling out of the hairpin. He can't compete. Bakker gets him easily. Burr slips back. Now Speed Queen on Burr to try and get that P7 on the road, let alone... Oh, they try, they touch. Do they? Speed Queen claims that corner once again. Decisive move. And Max is going to see this race out there through the hotel section Look, it does very much look like it's going to drop to 1 second. I think one more lap in this race and it would have been Max's, but Ghost debuts with IRL's F1 League and wins the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix on his first race. Max, 0.6 of a second behind. So close. Tremendous driving from the front 5 drivers with absolutely no penalties on the board. Delange will take a quiet, lonely race and strong points in P3 and complete our podium. Ghost Max Delange, then Reshka with possibly a driver of the day performance. Simply 90 will round the final corner and take 5th, and then it's anyone's guess for the next point positions. Speed Queen will follow back home and try to stay within that penalty situation. Speed Queen gets 6th place for Alpine, 2 high points finishes for the Alpine team, and that completes our race. But it does not complete our coverage. Don't go anywhere. We will try and get hold of our drivers for a quick chat, try and keep Max to 1 or 2 sentence answers. Delange gets driver of the day from the game, Lightning, but we'll have to wait and see how many places gained. But Reshka did seem to have a very strong comeback, but I guess did make a mistake early.
Reshka was fantastic, but not the best qualifying, but still very good in the race. But Max, oh my goodness me, 18 seconds in 8 laps, and he cut it down all the way to 0.6. That's just seriously impressive.
That was terrific racing and kept us on the edge of our seat, but Ghost took it in the end on a tyre conservation run towards the end. I think Taking L's made it to the end without punctures. If you do have to disappear on us, make sure you've liked that video, please, guys. And a big thank you while Lightning gets hold of the podium drivers. A big thank you to our sponsors, GT Omega, to Nailcut Hall, and our partners gridfinder.com and Driver 61. Our drivers are arriving. Our podium drivers are arriving. We will try and give preference to Ghost. Remember, it was G Ghost, 2 G's, if you're trying to find him on the PSN, because he's new to the league. And but as the drivers assemble in the press conference, just make sure you've set your broadcast audio setting to share. That's always important. Do you think we're likely to get him, Lightning, or shall I speak to Max first?
Invited, but speak to Max first, I think.
Okay, Max, we see you yet again on the podium, but you took it to within 0.6 at the end of that race.
Yeah, I needed one more lap.
Yes.
One more lap. That was all I needed in order to win that race. But I think it was a good call because obviously Ghost was faster with the medium tires. So I knew I had to try something, and it could have worked if I only have pitted 1 lap earlier or something like that. So yeah, but congratulations to him for his first race. To win like that, it's great. So I think we will have another fierce opponent for the rest of the season. So that's great. Congrats to him, really.
Well, yeah, that's very sporting of you. How were your tyres at the end? Did you have some life left in those softs?
Well, I think compared to Ghost, my tires were perfectly fine. I knew that by pitting for the medium around lap 8 for the safety car, it was a bit early. Mm-hmm. So I knew the second stop with the soft tires could really work. And it was really a close call. But yeah, I don't regret it, because I think if I didn't stop, I think Ghost would have in the end overtake me and win that race anyway. So I had to do something, and yeah, it was a fun race. So that's what matters, really.
Yeah, definitely had a great time out there. That makes it 5 podiums in the last 5 races, Max. Tremendous stuff and really strong for the championship now that Helm didn't make it today to race.
Yeah, and plus I had the fastest lap, so of course it's great for the championship. I don't know why John was not here tonight, but yeah, it keeps the championship tight, and it's of course it's great for me. I was afraid not to crash. I saw Livingwell crashing out in the first lap. And I was like, okay, this is the thing I need to avoid absolutely. So yeah, just stay on the track and finish P2. It's a great result.
Yeah, congratulations, Max. Great to talk to you, and yeah, another really strong race, and it was great fun to watch. So we will just move on to Delange because Delange, we haven't talked to you yet this season. But congratulations on a third place. How was the drive today? It looked like you were maybe a little bit lonely out there. Yeah. Good, good. Well, it's good to hear from someone new on the podium, and great to hear it's your first with IRL's F1. Must feel good. And
wait. Delange, you don't have your audio set to share. No,
so
I don't think you
broadcast settings, then audio, then share is the way to go. At least on PS4. But thanks to Rusman for pointing that out. Don't worry, sometimes it's just a mystery and it turns itself off. We have to check it frequently as commentators.
Well, I think everyone can hear me right now, so that should be good.
Well, yeah, say everything you've just said again. Congratulations on your first podium.
Yeah, but I can say it in a bit of a shorter way. I think it's my first podium in equal F1, and really happy with that. It was kind of a lonely race, and I tried everything I could to keep the gap to 2 seconds behind to Reshka at the end of the race. And yeah, I managed to do so, and I knew Max was pitting, and he was so quick on those softs. So I was not going to fight him. My fight was with Reshka, and
yeah, how difficult was that for you today? How difficult was managing the car and staying focused on that gap?
Well, incredibly difficult because I wasn't feeling too confident, especially not around turn 2, turn 3. The rear just kept sliding there, and Reshka was a bit faster than me in that sector. So I tried everything I could to maximize it there, but I saw the gap closing in, and then I could gain a little bit on him on the exits of corners. But he was just quicker in sector 3 and at the beginning of sector 1. But yeah, at the end of the day, I could keep the gap to 2 seconds. So yeah.
Well,
yeah, really
congratulations!
happy.
You got the driver of the day from the game as well, and a quiet race, but you drove a clean race and a strong race, and you must be very, very pleased with that. So congrats on that one.
Thanks, mate. Thanks.
Good stuff. I don't know, did Ghostmate manage to join us, Lightning, or not yet? Can't hear from Lightning either. He might be on mute. We might get Ghost. We'll try for another couple of minutes, but we really have enjoyed the race today. Hope you've all enjoyed seeing that battle, seeing it go right to the very wire. I've got someone in the chat with me. Is it Ghost? I don't think it is. Lightning's mic has dropped out, and Ghost is waiting for an invite. So I will do my best to try and get him in, and I'll just vamp for a second here. But yeah, Lightning's suffering problem after problem after problem today, it seems. I got it. Okay, yeah, and I was just trying to do the same thing. Unfortunately, I'm having a conversation with you while I'm not on the game screen because I'm trying to find Ghost, and so everything you've just said, Lightning, won't work.
The friend request I'm now.
Hopefully he's on his way then. Thanks so much, everyone, for sticking with us. We really appreciate it. We do want to hear from our debut winner, if at all possible. We'll give him a few minutes to arrive, and if I know that he's watching on stream, so please check that that audio setting. We don't want to wait forever and then find that it's just a one-way conversation. We're heading out to Kota next in the championship, and then Lightning after that in 2 weeks' time. Guess where we're headed?
Saudi Arabia.
That's in 3 races' time. Even worse.
Even worse. What, Singapore?
No.
Monaco?
Monaco, baby.
Do we actually have it on the calendar? Oh no.
As long as hopefully I'm not misreading the flags, and it's a problem on the.
Some people are going to have some late dinner or something on that day.
Yes. I think we're going to have a lot of fun watching that. It looks like Ghost has joined us, thankfully. Ghost, just check that audio setting. But yeah, fantastic to hear you, Ghost, and congratulations. What a debut. It doesn't get any better than that.
Yeah, for sure. I was a bit disappointed with qualifying because that last lap, I don't know if you caught it, but I was like 0.3 up and then validated at the second last corner or something.
Sure.
So yeah, it was. I thought I could have been on the front row, but my race pace was pretty good, which surprised me. I thought Max would just go and I wouldn't see him again, but yeah, I was pretty good on race pace. And catching up to Max throughout the race, and I was just waiting in that last stint before he pitted. I was just waiting for the red light to come on behind him before I went for it.
Right.
And then as soon as it came on, he went in the pit. So I think he knew what was going to happen. And he came out on the softs. I thought I was safe, and then the gap just came down and down and down and down. So yeah, it was very, very close in the end, and like he said, all he needed was one more lap, and I would have been gone. But yeah, I was pleased.
Yeah, how close were the tyres at the end?
I think they were 58 at the end.
Okay, not too bad then. Not too bad. Yeah. You got good wear out of those. And how difficult was the race from your seat?
It was difficult, the safety car restart, but because just the carnage was happening, and I thought the line was closer to the last corner than it was, so I overtook Max just a fraction too soon, and so I had to give the place back, and then ended up losing it to the Alfa Romeo. I can't remember his name, sorry. Yeah, so I thought that Max would be gone again, but managed to close it back up. So the race was pretty, I don't know, I felt pretty relaxed. Apart from the start, I was pretty nervous at the start because debut, but yeah, other than that, it was pretty relaxed.
So I imagine the heart rate just climbed and climbed towards the final lap, where Max was just getting closer and closer.
Yeah, I saw him come out of the pits about 18 seconds behind with 9 laps to go. So I thought, okay, his softs will. Yeah, I thought his softs will go out before the end, and he'll catch me around the right rate at first, but then he'll drop off. But he just didn't drop off. He just kept catching me 2 seconds every single lap. So yeah, at the end, it was a bit sweaty for the last few laps, but I just knew if I didn't make a mistake, then I'd be fine, and yeah, managed to hold him off.
Yeah, well, I mean, congrats, a tremendous introduction to the league. Are you here for good, or are you just reserving in and out?
I'm here for good, as far as I'm aware. So
well, you didn't have LFR's Helm to fight with tonight, so that is a completely different challenge.
True.
And we'll look forward to seeing Ghost versus Helm with Max, Mr. Consistency, on his relentless catching and staying on that podium positions. Now, I'm not actually sure. I'm feeling a little bit nervous because this daylight saving time might actually cause a problem for Helm, because I know he has to rush to work from Brazil straight after the race every week, and he can't come into the interviews. So there might be an even more open championship to fight for, despite having missed so many races at the start.
Well, we'll see. If a few DNFs come my way and I keep consistent, then maybe never lose hope. So I'm looking forward to Monaco. I really love Monaco.
Oh, excellent, excellent. Well, welcome to the league. Congratulations, and great to talk to you.
Thank you, man. Thank you for the commentary. It's great.
You're very, very welcome. Well, great to talk to everybody, all of our podium, and it's becoming a bit of a habit for all of our guys to know that it's coming. Thanks to everybody who is seeing us out to the very end. Thanks to our sponsors. Thanks to everyone involved in the running of Invictus Racing League. Thanks to you, Lightning, for sticking with so many different difficulties tonight. Any last takeaways from you?
Well, it's my own fault that I've had most of the difficulties, to be honest. But my takeaways is fantastic performance from Reshka to make his way up the field from that spin, and then Max 18 seconds to 0.6 of a second, which is mind-boggling in just 8 laps.
Tremendous stuff. Definitely one to stick in the memory banks. Watch back again. And remember to join to hit that subscribe button, or make sure you join us same time every night. Hopefully a couple of minutes earlier. We should be there at the top of the hour, 8 p.m. UK. Lightning and I will be taking you through F2 tomorrow, and then of course we've got F3, PC1, realistic performance running through the week. And make sure you've subscribed to all the correct accounts on socials. But from everyone involved, from all the drivers and from Lightning and myself, we will catch you on the next race day.